Dear parents, do you ever feel like you fail a lot? Like you need to do this, you need to do that, you're not doing this well, and everything is just caving in on you at times. I feel that pressure of not being the perfect parent. But today, I want to share something with you. In these videos, I want to make them very clear. I want to encourage you as parents, but also challenge you to be the best parent you can be, because we all need that. But today, I want to tell you something you got to do. You need to do this. You need to celebrate more. Yep, celebrate more. Hey, I've been a parent for 31 years. Not always a great parent, not the best parent. My first daughter lived not in my home, so I was the baby's daddy, so to speak, and made a lot of mistakes. Now I have two kids that live in my home and made a lot of mistakes there too. But you know what? I'm growing as a parent. My wife and I were growing as parents, and it's hard. And I will acknowledge that being a parent is the toughest job I've ever had, but it's also the most rewarding. And I think because this can be rewarding, we need to make those times or take time to celebrate victories, to celebrate when we see things that we implemented in our kids' lives that are working for them or working for our family. I do a family night, and the message is look for the good. Look for the good in yourself and in your family. Look for the good in your family. And as parents, we are up against a lot of things. One of them is comparison. We look at our kids. Our kids are forced to compare themselves to other people on social media and all kinds of stuff. We do the same thing. We're comparing ourselves to other people's kids and what we see on the outside. Well, that kid got straight A's, or that kid's a great athlete. What about my kid? Listen, you don't know the whole story. So don't focus on everybody else's kid. Focus on the best you can do with your kids. And so I want to encourage you to celebrate. Your kids fed? Are your kids got clothes? Your kids, look at the basic stuff that you're providing for your kids and celebrate those things. And I love this idea, this quote I heard. Families, great families, don't have the best of everything. They make the most of everything. Are you making the most of what you have instead of focusing on what you don't have? Because I think that leads to a lot of anxiety, depression, comparison. I mean, if we as adults, we don't celebrate or don't be grateful for what we have, and we're too busy focusing on what we don't have, our kids do the same thing. So I want you to celebrate more. And I've been celebrating the last couple of days. For a while, our kids were just complaining about chores, complaining about this. And when they had something to do, they would just, take extra time to do it. And it would take them, 20 minutes to do something that can take 5 minutes because they didn't want to do it. They're complaining, right? And so I've been working with them. My wife been working with our kids. And, I just noticed the other day that they're doing things without complaining. I want them to have a mentality of being problem solvers. We, as a culture, we can find problems, but do we put energy into solving those problems? And I'm starting to celebrate that my kids are doing better and better. Are they perfect? No, because they don't have a perfect daddy or mama for that matter, but they're getting better. So I want you to examine your kids' lives, examine your parenting, examine and look for the good and things you can celebrate that you can build on. And it's a choice. When you make better choices, you will live a better life. So choose well. Oh yeah.